would you say would be the best attitude towards such a mistake? If you are a new hypnotist and now you're doing something and then you say, oh my God, I just messed up really bad here. I'm like, I made such a huge mistake. Like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What would you suggest is the best attitude in such situations?
Lock the doors, never let the person back in again. No, I have to answer this in kind of a bigger picture perspective and then get very specific with that. The first statement is your client does not know what techniques you're using. So we as the hypnotist can draw the line, and I've broken down similar to what if you look up Ron Esslinger and something he's put out there. It's like a 21-step process in terms of a successful first session. And I have a different style, which is not to say mine is better. Both are good. They're both good. But I've broken down the format of my process for a first session, at least, for the new student to have this confidence building moment where they've been learning techniques and suddenly they see that outline and go, oh, I can do a session now. Cool. So we can break these things down into whether it's 12 or whether it's 15 or really simply intake interview, hypnotic induction, deepeners, change work, emerge. We can break it down to like those, I think I just said 5 steps, but your client does not know when you transition from one moment to another.
And most of the time, you don't know when you do that.
Yeah, it's fair. And the more I'm working, the more I'm folding in change work through every strategy throughout the process. There's change techniques in my deepeners. There's change techniques in my induction, and I'm pummeling away change even during the intake interview. So the first statement is your client does not know when you're transitioning from one technique to another. So they don't know, therefore they shouldn't know. So the first answer to that is simply just keep going, just keep rolling. It's why I fold into practice sessions after perhaps like the 3rd day of a certification class, a rule which scares them at first, but then exhilarates them, which is once you start, you have to keep going and you've got to figure it out because that's how it actually goes. That being said, the opposite end of that, a question popped up in a class this past weekend about people who perhaps would be coming in with dishonest means. They are looking for the opportunity to make a claim. They're looking for an opportunity to get the service, call the credit card company, and get the funds pulled. I hate to use the phrase, but there are horrible people out there. They're not the majority. So if you're spending a lot of time preventing those issues, you're putting your focus where the majority of people are not.